what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. Hey, sorry, this one's pre-recorded. I know. There's a lot of pre-recordings this go around. I don't know what to say. All I know is we got to keep going through the charts, right? We got to keep showing the new people the Strat. They deserve it. They deserve to not take large losses. That's what they deserve. So here we are. It's pre-recorded again. Sorry. We will be getting back to doing these live sessions very soon. And we got to find some guests too. We got to find some guests. We got to find some people that are not scared to talking to the camera. Anyway, man, it was a great Strat week if you knew where to go and where to be and how to trade the Strat. We are finally trending on the month in SPY, in QQQ, and I think Dow Jones. Dow Jones is kind of trading sideways. It's not really leading the pack right now. Apple, Netflix, Nvidia, SoFi, out of the garbage can. Are you kidding? Out of the garbage can, SoFi. And that's really interesting. JP out here, always in the weekend shift, always checking us out, always in the live shows, was telling me, hey, we need to look at SoFi. I'm in this thing on the weekly charts, and it's 3 weeks up, and my position's looking great. So I'm like, hey, that's awesome. Stop eating out of the trash, because I'm looking at the monthly chart, right? I've been talking about it for months now. The monthly chart for months. I have been. And he gets on there, he's like, dude, this thing's about to close as a hammer on the month. I said, okay, if it closes as a hammer on the month, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. It closed as a hammer back in May, and then in June goes 3-2 up, hammer in force. Oh my goodness. So I was true to my word. I said I would trade it if it went in force, and it did. And it hit magnitude on the month. I took my profits right at the month because this is SoFi. No one knows what it's going to do. It continues to run. JP is still in that thing. So good job, JP. Good job to you. That's the Strat. That's the Strat. Getting in there. I see buyers in the month, the week, the day, in the 60, and I'm working it. That's the Strat. Also, Shun. Shun is his screen name. Also, you see him all the time. He used to call himself the godfather of the Strat. You might see him with that t-shirt on that has like the Puppet Master, like, strings. I can't remember what those things are called, but Puppet Master strings. Anyway, the godfather of the Strat. He used to call himself. Now he calls himself Shun, and he had his first $9,000 day. That was today. This is June 9th. Oh my goodness. It's possible. And he just trades the Strat. All right? And JP's kicking butt. He just trades the Strat. You can do it. All right? You can. You can do it. We all trade the Strat different ways. All right? Some of us trade options. Some of us trade commons. Some of us trade, some of us are selling premium with options and doing all kind of crazy stuff. If you know how to do it and you're confident at it, do it. All right. Some of us still have indicators on our charts. Go ahead. Rob says if you are making money using indicators, the Strat is just going to put what you do on steroids. Okay. The biggest thing that I see that will help people with the Strat is knowing when you're in a losing position. Right? You can have all the indicators in the world on your charts, but there's not going to make the price go up. If the indicator and the price aren't confirming each other, both going in the same direction, then it's not doing what it needs to do. All right. If your indicator's going up but your price is going down, that's bad. It's not reconfirming. All right. Then you start talking about divergences and things like that. We don't necessarily trade those. We trade reversals. Right? We want to take people out. We want to take stops out, okay? Because we know all trading is algorithmic right now. So once we take those stops out and stops get taken out, the computers go, okay, we're taking all the buyers and we're turning them into sellers, or we're taking all the sellers and we're turning them into buyers. And we're just trading with the most aggressive participation group. That's what we do, okay? We didn't have the very first episode. The way these episodes go in sequence is the beginning of the month. We always go over the basics of how to read the basics of the strat. We look at the strat scenarios. We look at a couple of reversals. You know, we really define things and what we try to do with the strat. Then we look at some reversals, 2 up on the month. You know, reversals for the month. It could be 2 up, 2 down, you know, whatever they are. Whatever the reversal is for the month, we look at that. Then we look at, and then the next week, the second week, we update our watch list. You know, do we have more 2s in going in one direction? On the third week, another update. And then on the fourth week, we look at what happened. All right. So I wasn't here last week. Thank you so much for all the tweets and stuff like that. Yep, had a situation with the family. Everything's okay. Extended family. Everything's okay. We had a celebration of life I went to, and so I wasn't able to do a pre-recording. So I'm here today. That's all that matters. All right. All right. So let's look at some charts. Let's look at some charts. Here we go. All right. This is Trend Spider. This is Trend Spider, and this shows me what? Time frame continuity. All right, the month, the week, the day in the 60. That is right. Now, here's our months trending up. Let's make it big for the kids in the back. Look at this. Look at these. We were trading sideways for a long time. Finally, look, 2, 2, 2. All right, that's good. That's good. Now, these necessarily aren't reversals. You did have a reversal here, 2, 2 reversal up, then 2, 2 continuation. This actually, did that go outside? Nope. Did it go outside? Let's turn on labels for the kids in the back. Yep, it did go outside bar on that month. Back in May, they sold it down. They brought it back up. And then now we got a 3-2 continuation up. I've been talking about 431 for a long time. It's gotten to the point where Bloomberg's talking about 431. All of a sudden, oh, we're looking at 431. That's because they only look at daily charts. They only look at daily charts. They're looking for a cup and handle. They're looking for a head and shoulders. They're looking for the neckline. They're looking for the, you know, the down channel to start reversing through the upside of it, you know, and the breakout. We look at broadening formations because we know price discovery happens in a series of broadening formations. And we also look at all the time frames, the month, the week, the day, and the 60. So I've been talking about 431 since March. I have. We finally hit 431. We actually hit 431 twice this week so far, or this month so far, even though it's the beginning of the month. We hit 431, and then immediately they sold it down and took their profit to hit 431 again. And when it hit 431 today, let's drop this down and look at the 60-minute charts. It hit 432 actually. It hit 432 on the daily chart, and then they started selling. All right, let's go to the 60s. Let's go to the 60-minute charts again. Gang, they come out, run, sheep, run, Rob says. Rob says, run, sheep, run. Opens up at 430, 429.99. 429.99. You know, and so anyway, it keeps going up, goes up, goes up, goes up. Everybody's like, oh, this, even me. I said, okay, we're 2 up on the day. Look for anything taken out yesterday's highs. Everybody said, let's go, let's make money for the first hour. All right, and then the second hour comes in, it goes 2 up. And then they immediately start taking profits. Big time. It hit the level. It hit magnitude. They immediately start taking profits. Then it turned into real selling. And then, you know, we had a small reversal back up at the end of the day. At the end of the day. This is what we're left with. This is not a shooter. That's more like a doji piece of crap right there. That's a doji. That's not a shooter. But we're left with a 2-2, with a setup for a 2-2 reversal back down. Will it do it? We will see. All right. Right now, it's closer to opening up inside. All right. It's a lot closer to opening up inside day on Monday. We will see what it does. We will see what it does. And if it goes in force to the downside at 428, we know what we need to do. All right. If you're not good at going long, if you're not good at shorting stuff, now's your time to take profits. and just wait. You know what I mean? Just wait. Now, what do we got going on in the month? Let's turn these indicators off a lot. Let's turn these labels off. On the month, again, we're still 2 up on the month. Let's draw our broadening formation on the month. Boom. Okay. Draw that broadening formation. There's your broadening formation on the month. That's what that looks like. And you can see, now this line should be touching these. Can I move it? Nope, it's not gonna let me move it. You can clearly see this broadening formation, okay? We hit 431. The next target is 458. 458.19. 458.19. That's the next one. Will it do it? All right, will it do it? I said when 431 happens, when we hit 431, everyone's gonna say this is a bull market and we're gonna trade the mess out of it. That first hour today, I felt like, yep, here it goes. I could have bought a bunch of calls. I could have bought a bunch of shares on stuff, but I didn't. All right. That second hour, let's let them open. That second hour opens and they took profits big time. All right. The only ones that kind of triangled they out back to the upside was Amazon, Netflix. We can go look at those. SoFi tried real hard to do that, but didn't make it all the way back up. So what we want to see for Mondays, they're going to be a little bit more profit taking, I'm sure. But are we going to say, all right, it's time to stop being little chickens, all right, and start trading back to the highs? The all-time highs is 480 right now, all right? If we go back to 480, what's that do? That turns the quarterly, we're still going 2 up on the quarterly. On the year, oh my goodness, on the year, all right, that'll put us at 481 will put us 2-2 reversal back up on the year, all right? When everybody's talking about a recession, when everyone's talking about, you know, this can't go any higher, you know, the Fed's feding with us. The Fed could be angry that we're continuing to go. And they might say, you know, this pause on the interest rates is bad. We need to get this market knocked down. It could happen. It could happen. Dow Jones, looking at Dow Jones, Dow still trading sideways. All right, look at that. Still trading sideways, not doing the best. It goes 2-2 reversal up on the month at 342.79, but it ain't there yet. All right. The next target, if it does hit that, is 348. All right, these are your weeks. Only two weeks trending up. Here's your days. All right, so this is, you know, even though you got some of this right here, you can trade. You know, your 60s and your dailies, you can trade some of this, but it's not doing really well at all. It's just not. QQQ doing better than most. QQQ, here we go. Completely triangle. You know, this is the sub try. Completely takes all these guys out. It's got to keep going though. The buyers have to keep buying. The next target on this one is 369. This is the bigger broadening formation from here to here. What I'm showing you now is the sub try. All right, just gives you a little bit of target to go to. Now with this sub try, are they gonna? Okay, they took these targets out. Is it gonna hit this and exhaust and keep, you know, coming down until it takes out the lows and then comes back up again? We will see. All right, we will see. Here's your weeks. QQQ, they're coming back in the tech. They're coming back in the growth stocks. Coming back into tech. Your days and your 60s. 60s weren't doing that great today. You can see how they were selling off as well on the 60s. Woo, 2-2 reversal back down. Whoa, man, 2-2 continuation and then triangle they out and then triangle they out again. All right, it was just a profit-taking Friday. Profit-taking Friday. It's been a long time since we had a profit-taking Friday. I am so glad that that's happening again. All right, that means things are trending. People are having to take profits. XLU with utilities. This is a defensive stock or a defensive sector, so it's okay that it's like just being a mess. It's just being a mess. This just shows that no one's really hiding all their money in utilities. They're actually trading sectors, trading equities. XRT retail, 2-2 reversal back up on the week. Took these guys out here. Look at that awesomeness right here. All right, and is it 2 up on the month? Yes, 2 up on the, no, actually snare 3 up on the month right now. Snare 3 retail, XLE. Everyone's talking about sector rotation. Sector rotation was a buzzword this week. They're saying sector rotation, but you know, you got these 2 days here. You got this 3-2 up on the week. Is this rotation? I don't think so. They just went into XLE because there's nowhere else to go. I guess that's the definition of rotation. But they were only in there for 2 days, and then they took their profits. All right. We'll see if this one keeps going to the highs. We will. You got a nice little, I was going to say that's a Momo hammer, but that's just a little doji thing. Biotech, another thing JP likes to trade. Biotech. Inside month right now, but green. 2-2 reversal back up on the week. The magnitude on that thing was $7.63. It did not make it. But there's buyers in biotech. There are buyers in there. There's other biotech sectors like XIB and other things. Rob talks about Labu, so I'm talking about Labu. Healthcare. I tweeted out that healthcare did not give a crap what the rest of the market was doing on this first hour right here because it was going down. But then, you know, they did care. The second hour, they're like, oh, I had to take it back. They care. But that was interesting. That was kind of funny. Inside month still. We did go 2 up on the week, but it's red. Here's your daily bars. Here's your 60s. Not doing a whole bunch. XLP, buy some cereal. No, don't buy any cereal. It's closer to going to the downside on the month. We got it's 2 up on the week, but red. Here's your days. Here's your 60s. XLK. Tech again. Here's your months. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's your months. Here's your weeks. Here's your days. Here's your 60s. All right. So what do we do with the Strat? In the Strat, all this stuff is repetitive. So what we do is we talk about the Strat scenarios. The Strat scenarios. We believe there are only 3 ways anything can trade. That's it. 3. Then give me an arrow. Give me an arrow on this mug. Bow. Thank you so much. Let's bring it down. Trend Spider. Boom. All right. We need, you know what I need? Remember Microsoft Clippy? Some of you guys don't remember that. But Clippy, you'd be in Microsoft Word writing a book report, and then here comes like this little cartoon character that looks like a paperclip, and he'd say, "Oh, you're trying to make a book report. Let me help you out." That's what Trend Spider needs. Trend Spider needs a big family show. Trend Spider needs a big giant spider that crawls out here and says, "Oh, you're trying to find the Strat scenarios. Let me help." That's what it needs. Here's a scenario 1. A scenario 1 does not take out either side of the previous range. Do you see that? All right. Does not take out either side of the previous range. All right. When we compare it to this candle here, the adjacent to the left, just very next candle. All right. Actually, you're seeing me backwards, so it's this candle. Anyway, inside bar. Scenario 1. Scenario 2 takes out one side of the previous range, either the highs or the lows. If it takes out one side of the highs, that's a scenario 2 up. If it takes out the lows, that's a scenario 2. No. If it takes out the lows, give me one. Where's one? Over here. If it takes out the lows of the previous range, that's a scenario 2 down. All right. So scenario 2 up, scenario 2 down. Now, the color doesn't matter when you're identifying the scenarios. All right. That's only an identification. The scenarios, the color of the scenario does matter. All right. This is a 2 down, even though it's green. That's a 2 down, even though it's green. They took the price down. This is, let me find one. Oh, this is a 2 up, even though it's red. This is a 2 up. A lot of people identify these wrong. They go, oh, it looks like a scenario 2 up, but it's red, so it's really a 2 down. No, 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 no. That's a 2 up, all right, but it's red, all right? It's a red 2 up. The color does matter. That means it did trade up, and then they started selling it. All right, profit taking started happening. Selling started happening. Rob would also call that a failed 2, And you have to be careful with those failed 2s, because failed 2 goes 3. Scenario 3 right here takes out both sides of the previous range, the highs and the lows. Oh my gosh. They bought it up, sold it down into the dirt. Into the dirt. Ouch. This is a messy situation here. This is a battle happening. This is your battleground. In this scenario 3, we know this is on a smaller time frame. This is a broadening formation. All right. Now, that when I say that, and when Rob says that, that does not mean only draw your broadening formations off the scenario 3s. That is not what that means. If you just draw the scenarios, the broadening formations off the scenario 3s, you're missing the bigger picture. All right. Now, we all trade the strat different. I said that at the beginning of the show. So if you're drawing the scenario 3 here, if you're drawing the broadening formation off this scenario 3 and then dropping it down to a daily and a 60-minute chart so you have a range for options, that's a strategy, okay? You can do that. What you don't want is thousands of lines on your charts. You don't want the spider webs. You can say the price is doing whatever you want when there's enough lines on the charts. All right, look, it's coming off this low. It's going to the 2-week. It's coming off the 4-hour. It's going to the 2-minute. It's coming off the 15-minute. It's coming off the 6-month, broadening formation. So there's strategies out there. Do stuff that's simple though. That's what I would say. Keep it simple, stratter. All right, keep it simple, stratter. You can make it as complex as you want. You can put all kind of RSIs on here. You can put volume. You can put rate of change, ROC. You can put MACD, the moving average convergence, divergence. You know what I mean? MACD. You can put all that stuff on the charts. But if you can't see what the price action is doing, you're not doing it right. All right, you're not. If you're going to use indicators, your indicators need to validate what you're seeing in the price. If your indicator is going to the highs, making new highs, but the price is not, that's a problem. That's labeled as a divergence, but that's a problem. All right? Some people are following the indicator to a T, but they're not following the price. So I got the cross. Oh, it crossed. I got the 13 above the 30 SMA. Here we go, buy calls, and the price is continuously, all the way down, puking. But you're like, oh, it's overbought. It's coming up. I know it's coming up. It's overbought, and it's overbought, so it's going down. That's it. I said it backwards. Oh, it's overbought. I know for a fact they're gonna start selling it soon. It's overbought. RSI is all the way at the top, and it's completely out of this zone, and then it continues to trend up, all right? And you are going to be looking dumb because you keep shorting this thing because it's overbought. If you're going to use that stuff, please make sure it's validating. Make sure the price and the indicator are doing exactly what you want them to do. And the easiest, we've got old episodes. Go check out the old episodes. We got Alex Options that was on here. He said what he likes to use ATR for is a stop. Rob teaches PSAR. He uses it as a stop. When the RSI is at the top, it's time to start looking for a reversal. If the RSI is at the top, the price should be at the top of the broadening formation. It should look similar. Then you start looking for a reversal back down. It doesn't mean start shorting. It means start looking. All right. That's how you want to use that stuff. That's how you want to do it. Well, I don't want to trade this because it's low volume. Well, the price is continuously going to the highs. It's been doing it for 8 days straight, even though it's low volume. So if you're going to use all that other stuff, please make sure it's validate. Maybe make sure it's only validation of the actual price action. That's what I suggest. All right. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just suggesting it. That way things make sense and you're not driving yourself nuts. All right. If there is a divergence and you're like, hey, this thing's going to the highs, even though it's low volume. And even though the ROC rate of change is moving down, which means there's less trading going on and it's going down, but the price is still going up, you can still trade the price. Just know that, hey, these other things are telling me a reversal could happen soon. Then a reversal happens and it starts reversing to the downside. The price is going down, the indicator is going down, and the volume's going down. You know what to do, okay? It's all confirming. If you have all 4 time frames up just like this, the month, the week, the day, and the 60, you do not need an indicator. You will know exactly what's happening with the price. I got buyers on the month. I had sellers on the day. And anytime the 60s were red, matching the daily, they're sellers, right? They're selling it right now. And they've been selling it all day. Let's go look at, I talked about Apple. AAPL. I talked about a triangle they out. Triangle they out. Triangle, oh geez, triangle they out and triangle they out. I didn't see this. I saw this action here. It gapped up, started reversing down. Let's turn the labels on the 60s. Look at that, 2-2 reversal back down, 2-2 reversal back up, 2-2 reversal back down. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow. Now it all stayed in between 182 and 180. So that's a $2 range. Probably good for options. Rob will call that a country and western. Trade it while it's going up, trade it while it's going down, trade while it's going up, trade while it's going down. That's a nice country and western. Woo! Doing the dance, doing the dance. All right. And Netflix, come on thing. All right. If I push my cursor way up at the top, it does that. NFLX, Netflix. What you're looking at on Netflix is some amazing price action, and we finally get out of this thing here. This mother bar. Finally out of the mother bar. Wow. Finally. All right. I did trade it up in here. That was awesome. I didn't catch all of this. I wish I did. Me and another trader her name is Trade Out Loud. That's her username on Twitter. We were talking about taking this from 211 all the way up in here. We did. And I didn't take it all the way in there. I wish I did. I wish I could tell you I bought this thing at 205 and held it the whole time. I didn't. There's a lot of things going on. With the strat, you got to remember, getting stopped out is a part of the strategy. We protect our capital. We protect our capital. I got people telling me, you know, I don't trade with I trade with no stop losses. I trade all these other indicators, and this is how I do it. That's fine. Okay. All right. I wouldn't be showing other people that stuff, but there's hundreds of ways to trade is what I'm trying to say. There's hundreds and thousands of ways to trade. With this strategy, you will get stopped out. It's a part of the strategy. We protect our capital. That's the most important thing we do is protect our capital. We don't hold losers. We don't have this is my 8-month play, and in 8 months it should be going to the highs. I should make some money. No, that's not what we do. I'm going to hold this thing for 8 months and that's it. No, if this thing starts going to the lows and it's not coming back, cut that sucker. Cut it. This was somebody's 8th month play. For 8 months, it's going to the highs. Oh gosh, just keep on holding. And now, see, told you it's coming back. These people bought it way up here at 691, praying that it gets all the way back up in there. Give me some stock splits, please. You know, when you can just cut it and then get back in later on. So, but there's a lot of things that happen during the day, was what I was going to say. You got gap ups, you got gap downs, you got CPI, you got PPI, you got the Fed just getting on and just talking on the mic. You know, the president. he'll just start talking and the market goes to the lows. Hey, I'm not saying anything about no politics. It just happens, all right? That's what I see. Here's Netflix, 2-2 reversal back up at 332. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks straight up. Straight up. Woo! That's the kind of trade I want to be in long term. But there's all kind of stuff that happens in there, okay? So don't beat yourself up if you don't beat yourself up if you're not able to hold it all through this. There's a lot of stuff happening every day. There's a lot of stuff happening every day. Just know this thing is 2 up on the month. It's trending up. It's trending up on the weeks as well. I'm going to trade it till I get stopped out of profit. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit it again. And I'm going to keep killing it until it's dead. I'm going to keep trading it. I'm going to stay on Netflix until it stops trending up. Then I'm going to go, either I'm going to trade it to the downside or I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to find something else to work. All right. So you don't have to, just because you get in, I show these things right here. I'm showing this. Oh man, that'd be amazing. I just buy this thing at 331 and go back to work and never look at my charts ever again. You'll get one of these. You'll get some of this. You'll get these secondary you'll get these secondary, this is actually secondary, this is primary. You get these secondary trends, and then it'll reverse back to the highs, You'll get these things. See, it's trending up. It is trending up. But then you get these secondary moves that move down, all right? I say take your profits. A lot of people say, if it's a long-term trade, you're going to have to hold through a triangle out and just keep holding it. Yes. But it's very difficult to know if this is a TTO, triangle layout, or an actual reversal. It's it's very hard to see, okay, this ain't coming back. This could be a TTO, now that we know it resolved to the highs, it is easier to go back and say, yep, TTO, these guys, TTOs, triangle layout, resuming back to the highs. It's easy to see that now. But when you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to the downside, that's not fun. And it's very hard to go, it's a TTO probably. So I'd rather just take your profits, get out, and move on. There's a lot I'm going to go down the usual suspects because I always think I make fun of these suckers all the time because they've just been in the dirt and being terrible. But in respect for JP, the trash panda, eating out of the trash. Get out of that trash, JP. JP says, aha, there's buyers in there. He said there's buyers in there. Where's it at? Oh, this is a different platform. I got a different, let's see here, SoFi. Ride or die SoFi. Look at this, buyers on the month. This is where it is. This is where I got in at 702. I could have bought some calls on this one around 99 cents. But I didn't. I bought shares, and I worked it all the way up to 823. Hit the magnitude, boom. Pushed my stops up, all the way up, and got stopped out with profit. Done. And then it went some more. Here's your weeks here. It hit magnitude at 8. It hit magnitude right here at 825. I am done. I am out. But then it continued to trade all the way up into 882. It did that today. On the 60-minute bars right here. And it was two. They had the 2-2 reversal here, 2 down, 2 up. Actually, this is a rev strat. Inside bar, 2 down, 2 up. Now, this was hard to watch because I got out in here. This was hard to watch. I was like, oh, geez, I got to get back in. So I go down to the 30 minutes. Looking for a reversal in. Any way in? No. This wasn't happening yet. This was just blasting to the highs. Go down to the 15-minute. Any way in? Is there any way on the 15-minute? Any reversals? Any inside bars? There's one right here. Then it did go 2-1-2 reversal up. I'm looking at it, and then it starts going red, and I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm not touching it. And then it does this. Then it does that stuff. 5-minute charts, that initial buying it up, That initial move to the upside. I could have got in here. There's an inside bar right there. But that's at 935. To get in on that is at 940. I don't trade for the first 15 minutes of, I don't trade for the first 15 minutes of the day. I let them open. So I'm not taking that one. Keep waiting, and then it does this. Okay, cool, and then just dies. Now, I could have bought some puts on this thing and traded it to the lows, but the buyers wanted to be in this thing. The buyers wanted to be in here. It lies 2-2 reversal down, hits magnitude, then it goes hammer, and then kind of dribbles down to the lows the rest of the day. But there was a lot of buyers on the month, the week. They have been on the days. Now we got a shooter. Now we have a shooter on the day, and now we have a reason. Now I have a reason to go, okay, let me look at these puts. Let me get one with some good spreads. Because from 8.11 down to 7.66, that could be some good profit right there, okay? I'm going to wait for it to go in force first, then I'm going to hit that mug. We'll see. Because I'm a weekly trader, so I want to see how the week opens up. Right now, it's closer to opening up inside week. If this thing goes inside week, this thing goes 2-2 reversal down. That's going to pull down the week, pull down the day. Your 60s are going to be red. It's going to start pulling down the month. Just profit taking happening. You know what I mean? I'm just going to say profit taking. I'm not going to say real selling yet. I've been making fun of these dudes. Dirty old shoes, ugly shoes. I said old shoes. Ugly shoes, Crocs. Ugly shoes still going to the highs. Right here, Crocs not doing so hot right now inside month, but it was trending up. There's a lot of things coming out of the ashes. PayPal, what's PayPal doing? Nothing, dead. Not a good example. T-Doc was in the news. What's it doing? We had some reversals up in here. Let's see here. LCID, you guys, nope. No one's buying LCID. Gap down, sell. Sedge, what's Sedge doing? That's not, red. These are all my, this is my usual suspects. Affirm, looking through that trash. These usual suspects. Usual suspects is stuff that Rob used to talk about all the time, or Rob does talk about all the time, so they go in here. But you had a 3-2 reversal up on the months. And Affirm, there's still buyers in there. Now, there's still buyers in Affirm. Having some struggles here, but there's buyers in Affirm. GameStop, doing anything? No. Get that thing back down. Tesla going to the highs. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Why ain't you trading Tesla? I don't know. I was focused on a bunch of other stuff. And I really wasn't looking at this. 2-2 continuation up on the month. Here's your weeks. I need to find a way into Tesla. Looking good. Finally trended back up to the highs, and this ain't done. This is not done. This is the power of the broadening formation. We are starting a trend off the bottom of the broadening formation. The next target is 257. The next one after that is 314. 314. Upstart's got some buyers in there. Again, some stuff out of the trash. Upstart got some buyers in there. Kathy was actually probably happy about that one. Upstart. Here's your weeks. You can make some money off of that. Roku. This is what got my attention. This is 2-2 reversal back up on the month. Roku coming out of the dirt, out of the ashes here. Here's your weeks. All right. It's in the very beginning stages of trying to come back up. Flat. All right, now it's trying to come back up. The magnitude on this month is 67.95. And if this thing starts moving, it's got a lot of way to go. If this thing starts trending up, you might want to be looking at some Roku. Snap. It did have some buyers in there. Not so much anyway. SQ, Block. We call that Block now. They changed their name, dummies. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. There's some buyers in there. Look at these weeks. Zoom. Is Zoom working? It's trying to. Not doing too much. AT&T? No. We don't want to talk. We do not want to talk to anybody on the phone. Roblox trading sideways. I don't know why this was being talked about by the Stratters. That is not a good situation. Trading sideways on the month. Nothing good here. Peloton. Nope. Not doing good here. We had a nice little 60 up. You know, everything was getting, you know, pushed up to the highs. Now you got a nice shooter here. So if you want to short Peloton, that may be a good setup. Palantir got some buyers in there. Look at these weeks. Look at them. Wow. Palantir going to the highs on the weeks at 15 bucks. All right. And if this thing continues to move to the highs, it's got a long way to go. And it could get all the way back up to 44. All right. $44. It could do it. Price happens in a series of bottoming formations. Take out the lows. Are we going to start taking out the highs? Overstock. No, not so much. Oracle's in the usual suspects, but this is not a piece of trash. It's not. Look at these months. Oh my goodness. And it's one of the few stocks that is 2-2 reversal up on the yearly. Hammer in force at $89. It hit magnitude at 106. Still good, still going. Good all year. Good all year, as long as it stays above that $82. All right. Now I'm just going through stuff in the usual suspects. Okta Okta, nope, dead. NVTA, dead. Nvidia, still good. We had 2-2 reversal back down on the week. Here is your days. All right. Is it going to gap fill? It's NO, NEO. I don't know why people like trading NEO, but they do. You got a hammer on NEO for next week. Excuse me, you got a shooter on NEO for next week. That could go back down to the lows and be some good profit for somebody. Again, we already talked about Netflix. MU, dead. 2-2 reversal back down on the week. Still inside month. MU, no good. Monster, no, MSTR, no good, dead. Marna, red all over. Full time frame continuity to the downside. Lululemon, still a lemon. This was good. That would have been some good price action to work here. 2-2 reversal back up on the day, but that's it. Lulu, lemonade. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. They got some buyers in there. 2-2 continuation on the month. Here's your weeks. There's some buyers in there. Jack. We haven't talked about Jack in the box in a long time. Look at these weeks trending up. Wow. We have not talked about Jack in the box, Rob. You used to talk about Jack in the box every day. iRobot. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. This could be a really good pivot machine gun if this does not stop and keeps trading to the highs all the way back up to 60 bucks. That could be good. That is in force right now. All right, pick a stop. Buy some shares, pick a stop. You know, I don't know. Look at it. But look at these weeks. It could do it. Anything could happen. Most things are trading to the highs right now. Falsy, FSLY. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. Not doing much, but it's still 2-2. We got buyers in there. FedEx has been trending up, and it's a lot of FCL. Whoa. Oh, come on. I had that old ticker in there for Facebook, FB, and it's now Meta, and it's going to have a fit. Don't have a fit. I'm sorry. Look, symbol not supported. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Ford, 2-2 reversal. Strat on the month. Inside bar, 2 down, 2 up. The magnitude is $14. Woo! Grandpa stocks it's waking up. Look at that. Here's your weeks. Here's your days. Waking up. Docu. Kathy Woods is having a good time with Docu right now. 2-2 reversal back up on the month, but they started selling immediately. Ugh, red all day. Dollar Tree. DraftKings, I know we got Kevin Cash out here. DraftKings, right? Look at these. Look at these months. This is why I'm going through the usual suspects, just some different tickers for you guys to look at. But there's some buyers in here for some months. Looking good, looking good. Right now, some profit taking happening. We ended with a shooter on the week, and that goes in force at 22. That goes in force at 24.60, and the magnitude of that is $22.94. All right. D-Dog, what's D-Dog doing? It's got some buyers on the month. Got some profit taking about to start happening here. Ends with an inside week. That could be a good 2-1-2 reversal back down. But we'll see what they want to do. Look at these weeks. Good stuff. That's the kind of stuff you want to trade. Carvana says, we're finally making money again, guys. And they said, okay. So the market started buying it, but then they started selling it. Look at this. Triangle they out. Whoop. Boo. Yay. Boo. But you got some buyers on the month. Carvana. Let's see here. CrowdStrike. I've been hearing a lot about CrowdStrike, and it's got some buyers in here. If you're starting to see, we want to go for the stuff that's got buyers in it. If you're going to go long, go for stuff that's got buyers in it. We do that by looking at the monthly time frame first. Costco, still trading sideways, but that's trying to trend up. Costco's got such a big range, you can make some money with that. Look at these weeks. Chewy, dog food, 2-2 reversal back up on the month. I know some people that were working in this, 3-2 up on the week, and it just didn't keep going. Beyond the meat, beyond profits, goodness gracious. Looking for a 2-1-2 reversal back down on the day. Big lots. You know it's on sale because it's on the floor. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's towels for sale? Oh yeah. Yeah, we know they're on sale because they're on the floor. Dirty. The new pots and pans, that new as seen on TV product that's on the ground, yeah, for sale. Big lots. Baidu's got 2-2 reversal up on 2-1-2 reversal up on the month. It's trying. Not much going on. Baba. People love this thing, but not much going on here. Boeing's in my usual suspects. That's not right. Anyway, 2-2 reversal back up. This is interesting. I got in on Boeing because it was 2-2 reversal back up on the month here. And I'm thinking to I tell everybody, actually, this thing is hammer. And if this hammer goes in force, the magnitude is 219. I bought some shares trying to get to the 219. All right. And as soon as I get there, I'm gonna take profit. Then it does this. It worked well for a couple days, and then we had some really bad news on deliveries on June 6th, not going to be late. They took the price all the way down. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Excuse me, the 60-minute chart. Sorry, 60-minute chart. It was doing this. And then all of a sudden at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, massive selling. All from 210 all the way down to 200. $10 drop. $10 drop, and that sucker, it was not. I'm like, I cut it? You know, I got stopped out. Small loss, and I'm like, do I start buying puts on this thing? Because now it's full time frame continuity to the downside. But if you went down to the 15-minute, but then the next 60-minute bar opens up at 206, it starts moving up. All right, had a little bit of mother bar problem here, but then they start moving out. If you go down to the 15-minute chart, you can see that happen. It was crazy. Look at that. Wow. And the very next bar opens up way up here, 205. And then they started working out. All right, working itself out. That was nuts. Because of that, I did not get back in it. I'm like, Boeing. What I did was I looked at this and went, all right, why did I get stopped out? Bad news on deliveries. Okay, but let me look at the rest of the chart. Let me see the bigger picture. Look at these weeks. Look at this mess. I would tell anybody not to touch this thing. Look at that freaking mess. It's just like a blob of gross little, Nasty little thing. Golly. Chop shop in here, folks. Where is it? Where is it at? Where is it at?
Chop shop in here, folks.
Getting killed in here. I was like, there's no, I got no business trading this thing. And so I did not get back in. What happened? 2-2 reversal back up on the daily. Right here, that triggered. And then the very next bar goes 2-2 continuation up. Then it hits magnitude at 218 on the month. And it goes up just a little bit more. Okay, so I could have made some good money if I would have got back in. But looking at these, I stand behind my decision not to get back in because of these weeks in this nasty, crappy, choppy range, okay? So I stand by my position, even though my decision, even though, you know, no money. It's okay. ARK is starting to, look at these weeks in ARK. All right, Kathy Wood's starting to make some money. They're not gonna crucify her this week. They're not gonna end her. They're, you know, like, she's like, oh, see, told ya. We just needed to average down all the way into the dirt. You know. Well, we had the dollar cost average all the way to 0 because we got a 5-year plan. AMD currently inside month, still doing good though. We had a little bit of profit taking, but next week could go 2-2 reversal back up on the week and then back into the highs. AMD is not done. Everybody's talking about AMD like it's at all-time highs, and it's not. It's still got room to go. All right, so look at that. Semiconductors. Look at that. This is for JP as well. Semiconductor ETF. All right, this is for you, JP. He likes looking at this thing. And the SOXS, same thing. They're inverse. He loves looking at that. All right, so I went through a lot of charts today. And I was showing you a bunch of different tickers that I normally never show. I'm trying to show you the strat through, these other tickers. What you really want to do is, instead of looking for individual names, look at the sector. All right, SPY is green on the day, green on the week. Look at the sectors. I got XLE, I got healthcare, XLV, and I get XRT retail. For some reason, these are going to the highs. The other ones are going to the lows. Focus on those 3 that are doing the same thing SPY's doing, and then go into the holdings of those and find stocks that are doing the same thing. All right, that's how we want to trade simultaneous breaks. So we want to trade not just 1 or 2 like weird names. We want to trade several things all doing the same thing. That's what we want to do. All right, and if you want to learn more about that, get in there with Rob. Learn what buys and sells look like. He can tell you, you can ask him about your trades before you take them. That's so cool. And now we got our Discord, so you can talk to him like with your voice, like live. Hey, Rob. And he'll be there. He's got his dog, Casey, with him. And so he's got a buddy there with him all the time. Go look at Rob's full strat course, the full thing. All right, the whole enchilada. Nothing but the strat. And then you got my execution course. My execution course is for people that are having problems with actionable signals. All right, I did take Rob's course, but you know, I need help with actionable signals. I need help with execution. You know, maybe, you know. So that's what that course is for. It's a lot like fine tuning. So check out that execution course. If you need a little bump, you need a little bit of, come on, man. Type in Strat Soldier 2023. That's going to get you 50% off on Rob's live room for the first 3 months. All right. And then when you got that live room with Rob, you can get in there and be in there with him all day long. And then on Monday, 1 hour after the close, you can be in there with the Power Hour. Rob teaches you the strat 1 hour after the close. Ask him all your crazy questions. Ask him how this happens, how that happens. He'll be talking about what's happening in the SPY currently in the market as a whole. And it's a good time. Now, if you have a day job and you're like, I just want the Power Hour, that's all I really want. Sepia Group's got a sub for that, okay? It's got a plan for that sucker. It's got a plan for you. So it's only $50 a month, and you get the Power Hour. So you come in there with Rob. Hey, Rob, this is what's happening. This is what I'm seeing. What do you see? What do we know to be true? Right? This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. We're going to keep on going. Hey, the market's open and so are we. This is the Strat Soldier. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.